Alright, so new Chaos Arthur Festival is here. This is the banner. It's alright. You got some okay festivals and maybe some characters you might want dupes on. Or a character you might want in general, like Margaret here. And we're summoning, of course. I'm doing one rotation, then hopping straight to the showcase. And see what happens there. There's already a big concern with this character being a Zahard 2.0, but hopefully, we pray that will never happen to my boy Arthur. That, that would never happen. Also, by the way, he's the... Is it third Green Arthur? There's a base Green Arthur. There's a Excalibur Green Arthur and a Chaos Green Arthur. They really like... Oh. Okay. I was kinda hoping he would be dark. But it's fine. Like, dark characters are really interesting for teams that don't have a light in it already. And humans have Bond, and I don't see Bond coming out of the team. So you can't use the dark buff and the light buff at the same time on your team. It has to be one or the other. I don't recall which one gets priority. Is it the one on the left, probably? Probably. But it would be nice to have the option, right? Maybe I do want to run the dark buff over the light buff. But in any case, here we are. He is, in fact, just a green UR character. Maybe they don't want to make any of the UR characters dark yet. Oh yeah, he is a UR. So when we reach the guaranteed SSR, he cannot be pulled there. He's not an SSR. He's a UR, which makes a difference because... Exactly. They got Ascanor. I saw the people defending it. Like, it's clearly different. He's a UR. It's called game progression. Yeah, dude. It is called not wanting to put a character in the guarantee SSR. That's what it's called. In any case, we're gonna do, you know, this just one rotation. Oh! We're going to be doing just this one rotation here. See how many offers we pull. Get the showcase done. And then, I guess tomorrow, I want to get the free tickets first. Yeah. Make use out of those finally. And before I buy more stuff and then finish up summoning and stuff like that for this character. Oh no! But Escanor is around. And he becomes Zo1. I really hope they didn't forget to I didn't forget to actually change the animation and made it so it's actually Arthur and not Bon. You guys know the Esker animation is just... It's not for the new festival. It's for Bon. It's not even for Escanor, because I've never seen Escanor get the Esker animation anymore. It's just for Bon. They forgot to, like, unrig it from that model or something. Like, they forgot to change it so it's for pulling the new character. I thought it did. I thought maybe they were aware. But they're not aware, I guess, or they don't care. Hey man, Bond dupe, let's go. Let's go. I mean, so there's no animation. Because, there's no animation that will indicate me an Arthur. Because there's no... Like, when you pull a melee, you get Hawk, right? When you pull True SSRs, you get Escanor. When you pull Bond, you get... Specifically, you get the Ultimate Escanor. There's nothing for Arthur. So there's no point in me watching any animations at all. That's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. I wish they did a... They're not going to make a brand new animation for this Arthur, probably. They would not. If they took years to make a new one, and it was for Escanor, the most or the bestest, even better, the bestest character in the series. Arthur is not gonna get one, alright? There is a hierarchy of character priority on that. And if Meliodas doesn't get a new animation when he gets a new character, but Escanor does, you can tell who they care about, alright? Even though regular the one did not get animation, only the one ultimate. In any case, it seems like we're only getting pity, which is fantastic. I love that. Purgatory melee, huh? I hope one day they actually make use dark and light coins, because they're just sitting there. Festival coins are just sitting there for me. I have no use for them. It is what it is. Zero use for festival coins. I'm just pulling them, and they're just there. Arthur! I didn't get shafted! Let's go! Damn, he looks cool. He's not gonna be Zahard. He's not gonna be Zahard. He's not gonna be Zahard. He's gonna... He's not. He's not! Oh, you actually got another Arthur. I saw the guarantee SSR there. It's like, I'm not gonna watch each individual multi. Choose, you know, watch the one that he actually pops up. It would have taken me like, what, half an hour? Just sitting here? Okay. We got one. I'll take that for sure. It's way better than getting a 0. Let's get him up. He's a base UR, so it's gonna take what? all my resources? Cool. Alright, so our luckiest passes so we can take a look at his animations. Oh, I forgot to upgrade the costumes. I'll do that. I'll do that, don't worry. Let me pull up the translations here. Oh boy. He does do like a bunch of stuff, so it's a Demon King Meliodas situation, kinda, but not really. It's not as bad as Demon King Meliodas. Do we one shot here? Probably. I like this one. I'll play the ult winner. I'm probably not gonna get his ult, at least in full. I mean, I wouldn't get anyways in PvP, but I'm probably not gonna get his ult anyways. Or maybe, I am going to be actively going for ult gauge because of his passive, so maybe, but we get to see him in full here. Pretty nice. I do like how they use Chaos Dimension in the sequel, by the way. If you guys have not started the sequel, it's worth it just for the old characters if you don't want to mess with new characters, though the new characters are really good too. But the old characters like Arthur, Meliodas, they do have a pretty interesting storyline in there. Alright, before we go to the PvP showcase, let me show you his stats. Oh, I forgot to put them both together. His stats are pretty good. I mean, it should be expected from a festival. All festivals have really great stats. His crit chance is really high already, 130, and he doubles it on his... He does double it. Yeah, he does double on his single target. So he's pretty much guaranteed crit on his single target. So that's pretty good. And, you know, nothing to complain about here. I don't think there's any, like, stat that's low. So let's get into the showcase. Hey, he's not True Awaken because I'm gonna do that for a separate video, and I don't have the mats, so this is the team we're using. Not a big fan of using Red Roxy, but there's really no other option unless we remove Escanor. I mean, I guess we could use Green Easton. Yeah, that's an option too, I guess. I was supposed to show this in the beginning of the video, but 9 minutes and 30 seconds into it is also a good idea. There's a new thing dropping on Gamersofts, new drop tomorrow, 3 PM EST, use code NAG for 10% off. I don't think they'll mind. 9 minutes into the video. It's a little late, but it's excusable. Alright, let's do this. So that's 2 stacks. So... Oh no, it's not? until we actually get the ult gauge. Okay. How it works is, for every human ally participating in battle, increases human allies' basic stats by 5%. So kind of like Akida, you know. For each ult gauge increase... Really? Each ult gauge increased on your team, he gets one of these little circle stacks right there, called Call of Chaos, which give him crit defense plus 10%. Oh, the idle animation right there is pretty cool. And then max HP plus 5%. Once you get 4, at the beginning of the next turn, you will get, you remove all your stacks and get something called Chaos Domination, which taunts the enemy. Put another song here. Taunts the enemy, increases max HP by 30%, removes 2 debuffs, doesn't cleanse you, removes 2 debuffs, I don't know why. And then when using a skill, applies extra damage based 25% on your max HP. Perfect time to get... Oh, you know, we can do this, get 2 more stacks of the other one that's more max HP, and then AoE. Let's do that. So that's his passive. Let's see this. Oh. I was kind of expecting to wipe here. Anyways, so the we still have the taunt right now. We have the taunt. The single target has an effect called Flash, which doubles crit chance and doubles damage on debuffed enemy. Pretty good. Like these card effects where it's like something completely new. This is what we need for like every festival, and they've been delivering on that. I still have Chaos Domination. I could have done a pretty big hit there, but they backed out, unfortunately. Maybe I just use... Shoot, Goddess is back to back. Okay. Maybe I just use... What's the girl that gives extra 30% HP for green? I forgot her name. But I know her. I can visualize her in my head, so that's what matters, I guess. His skill too, so the AoE debuff that you saw me do right there, which I thought was gonna wipe, does Flood. Arthur had max HP, right? I think so. He does Flood and he applies Seal of Darkness, which seals HP related stats, kind of infect, and reduces AoE damage by 30%. But you know, like, he was increasing his damage based on max HP. Maybe on ungeared, that's just really not all that relevant. Because, like, legit, I really thought I was gonna kill. Let's do it like this then. Boom, boom. Oh, but he's gonna get disabled. How about this? We make sure we kill Margaret. Yeah. Because then, like, if I get more stacks of the initial thing, like the initial buff that he gives himself, that's more max HP for the damage increase that the Chaos Domination gives. Okay, now he can't cleanse the infect. And I have taunt. So the Chaos Domination lasts for 2 turns. It's not like a one and done thing like you'd see with, for example, like Demon King Melee, right? Now, do I remove the 4 stacks as well if I already have Chaos Domination to like re-get it, or do I have to wait for it to leave? That's my question here. Let's see. So I'm probably gonna get stunned here, right? No, I'm not. I want to see it cleanse. By the way, other team formations definitely are, you know, gonna be tested. This is just the initial viewing here, and I want you to use Ascanor. So I need to talk about Melee. Oh, misclick. Now that we faced one, that's an even better time to do so. So, Meliodas has the hilarious opportunity to completely mess you up. So, for Arthur's passive to really work, I feel like you kind of have to go first, because you want to get those stacks, and you cannot get those stacks in another manner. It has to be gaining ult gauge, So for example, like Meliodas, right? He can gain stacks by going second, because if the enemy debuffs you, you're gonna cleanse the debuffs on your allies, giving him stacks, right? Arthur is really only the ult gauge, right? There are two commandment links Meli can use that are hilarious and could really mess you up. One is Mon Speed, which would not allow you to get ult gauge by using cards. Now, you could move cards. In theory, you could still get away with that, you know? If you move cards, let's get a big shot here. So you do remove the stacks. Okay. If you have 4 stacks, even if you already have the buff, you do remove it. I was hoping, in a way, you didn't, because then you'd have more max HP for the beginning of the next turn for doing more damage, but I think this is better, because then you can cleanse. Having a reliable cleanse is very good and something that humans really needed. I kind of wish he cleansed the allies too, but I'll take what I get, I guess. So I just went second because my team has dogshit CC. It's not even... it's just Roxy. She's 1-6. So if I face a whale, I'm gonna get out CC'd by a team like this. I'm going to assume Meli still has the highest CC in the game too. So yeah, let's see going second how he does. What commitment is he using? I believe this is Esterosa. So it should be alright. Mon Speed commitment and Zeldris commitment. Zeldris might be even worse. Zeldris, if you move a card, you lose ult gauge. Can we win? Meli's gonna... I didn't ask her to kill here, right? I do this so that he, okay. Meli's gonna... Meli wouldn't get the rank up next turn if I don't attack. But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Can Arthur potentially save us here with his HP thing? Nah, because Bond's gonna die. Dude, that damage. Ah! I kind of feel like I need Yuri. Like, Yuri would allow you to go second. Dude, why don't you cleanse everything, man? You really... Only cleansing one buff, sorry, 2 debuffs is really unfortunate. Yeah, you're gonna hit harder if you have Bond on your team, because then you... Oh, man, level 3. Because then you have more HP. And he cleansed the debuff from Arthur anyways. I guess not attacking would have been the best option here. So Meli wouldn't have got the rank up, but that wouldn't have mattered. Like, the other characters would still kill me. Yeah, not taking enough. I faced that same guy like 3 times in a row because there's no one else playing the game. Super cool, super epic. The chance of this Arthur being Zaharded because of this Mon Speed and Zeldris commanding thing is really high. And it's like there are workarounds, just like there were workarounds with Zahard as well against these commandments, but the workarounds don't matter. Do I just do this? Honestly, yeah. Okay, they did way less damage than I expected. I'll still kill. There's damage cap, so I was a little concerned. But Damn, Arthur did a lot less damage than I expected there. I mean, he is not... Oh, I luckily got extra cards that combine, or else I wouldn't be able to get his thing next turn, by the way. You kind of have to play in a specific way with this Arthur, where your turn consists of combining a card and using 2 other cards. You gotta combine a card so that you get the true alt cage, either by combining it manually or by doing what I've been doing sometimes, which has been... Let's do this. Do you have no, Terminacle Zone's here. I'll just triple attack with him. Which has been, you know, just using the card in the middle and letting the cards combine for themselves. Like, that works, right? But you gotta do it. So, you do have to play him a certain way every single time, so that you can actually get the chaos thing. You can say the same thing for melee though. Like, for melee, you can be a little more forgiven because your enemies can like give you the stacks by debuffing you, but in a way you kind of have to play in a way where you do 2 attacks and then melee removes the stack so that he gets the ball, so that next turn you get set up for the thing. So it's not really a knock at Arthur, it's just how characters are being designed now, I guess. Now if I could just get a good back unit for humans, like I've been asking for, that'd be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. I just go for nothing. I should go for bottom, but whatever. Doesn't matter. It's unfortunate that if I only use 2 attack cards, melee gets to, yeah, cleanse one of the attack lowers, so it's only 1 attack lower. And there's not even that many debuffs, so... Roxy just sucks. Why am I using Roxy? Why don't I use someone else? Who? Easton? Easton only gives me stats if I kill someone. Like, at least Roxy's giving me stats. Not consistent or anything, but she's giving it. How much does a level 1 do here? That's alright. If you consider that he, like, throughout this match, he is gonna have this buff forever. Like, here's the, like, after you set up Arthur, you're gonna have that taunt until he's dead. Like, when does the taunt end? There's no end, because it lasts 2 turns, right? And anytime that you get 4 stacks, it renews, and then you cleanse 2 debuffs. Maybe that's why you don't full cleanse, because they thought, okay, you're gonna keep doing it pretty much every single turn, almost, so it would be too strong if you just cleansed all debuffs every time. I can see that. I can see that. Now, you're gonna be getting the Arthur thing unless you face him on speed. If you do, you're kind of screwed. Like, this is what I'm saying. I'm not going to be facing any monsters in this video because people that I'm playing against right here have not, you know, probably been like, okay, what's Arthur's flaws, what's Arthur's whatever, right? They just, they're hopping in the game, there's an update, oh, let's go PvP right now. Right now it's like, what? Like after doing Japan? So people probably just coming back from work. They're just gonna play maybe something for Arthur later or something. Like they're not, they're gonna eventually be like, okay, I face this Arthur guy, you know, frequently. So how can I counter him? But before the character even launches, like why would a normal person be, you know, actively seeking flaws in a new character, right? But unfortunately for you guys on global, that's not the case. You guys are going to be facing players that know the ins and outs of characters before they're even out because this video really. because of the other people's videos and the information they are gonna have ahead of time from people that play the version that's 5 days ahead, right? So I'm hoping at least today I get some good footage of him before the Monspeed fast starts. I'm already having Zahard flashbacks, and it hasn't even started. But for now, I mean, I see what they're going for here, right? They thought of a way to actually have this whole thing going on where he keeps having pretty much infinite taunt and he hits really hard. And this is him throughout the whole match. It's not like a one-time thing like with Mimicking Melee. You get his rank up and you get his attack buff, but the attack buff only lasts one attack, right? Which, to be fair, it's a much stronger attack than Arthur's is, but Arthur has the buff throughout his whole turn, and then the next turn, and then the next turn. Like, he has the buff throughout the whole match after you set him up, so it makes me think, like, do you need Ascanor? Do you really need Ascanor? I don't think you do. Do you really need Ascanor? Because the way I'm looking at this now is like, Arthur can do all the damage. Arthur can do all the damage. Honestly, just I'm gonna replace Arthur with Yuri, and then put Zaldris in the back. Then we're gonna have 24% basic stats. We're gonna be lowering the attack related stats by 10% on top of the attack lowers from Ban. I think that's gonna be the next video. I'm gonna be trying out that team instead of this one, because again, this is my first time trying him out. We're gonna be, just by the virtue of not knowing 100%, be using a team that might not be the most optimal, but you know, that's what I'm here for, I guess. So he's gonna revive. If I recall correctly, when you revive with Goddess Liz, you don't get the passive to proc. Let's see. Okay, Liz died as well. You don't, so it didn't cleanse. If you're running this team, by the way, don't use Liz in the back. This is exactly what's gonna happen. Alright, so obviously we're not gonna give like a final rating for Arthur here, because it's my first time using him. I played, what, 8 matches or something? Like, that's not enough. But I will say, there's a lot of things I like, and there's a lot of things I'm concerned about. The thing is that the concerns might not even that big of a deal. Like, maybe after you get your first stack of Chaos Domination, it might not be that big of a deal to not get that ult gauge anymore. You're gonna have Chaos Domination for 2 turns. So, you're just gonna have to make those 2 turns count. Hopefully we start facing some Monspeed melees soon, so that I can actually put that into action and save for sure. Unfortunately, like right now, we're not going to be able to find any. Who's going to be doing that? Only freaks are going to be doing that. So it's going to be unlikely. Yeah, I'm looking at what he does here. It's like, what he does, I can see the vision. Like, I can see exactly what they're going for. And all I'm asking is like a back unit, dude. Because I want to use LR Ascanor, but like, I see so many flaws in running LR Ascanor that it's like, why would I do that? LR Ascanor does less damage than Arthur now. Like, Arthur's DPS plus what he does with his passive contributes so enough to the team that you don't need Ascanor anymore. So why run him and then it's gonna use Yuri? I mean, you don't even need necessarily to run a full human team with Arthur. I mean, now you do, because only humans give you the Call of Chaos buffs. So for consistency you do. But I was thinking, maybe you can run Melee in there. Melee will proc Bond Passive. You lose 5% basic stats. But Melee will proc Bond Passive still, so you get max HP from Bond. And then... But then Melee does not give him the stacks. If you get ult gauge with Melee, you'd have to like not get Melee extra cards, pretty much. Any match. So that, not ideal. And I don't know how that would work with Melee's cleanse and Arthur's cleanse, which one comes out first. Could be bad for Melee's passive. I don't know. There's a lot of things we can do here with this Arthur, so I'm excited to try. I think definitely I need to get True Awakening done probably sooner than later, because the fact that he taunts but he doesn't have like any damage reduction, like he has taunt and he has max HP increase, but it's only 30% of Chaos Domination. It's not that much. Like if you get Chaos Domination 30 and then you get the extra 20 from Call of Chaos, now we're talking like 50% is a lot. But with no damage reduction, it gets me like unease with having him as taunt. Alright, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think of Arthur, and we'll see in the upcoming days how we feel.